Okay, another crazy video from the Arghhh photographer. I've had a few hours of sleep since I've been up for 3 days straight, and I am ready to rock and roll like a whorehouse with a 50% off sale. Right? Right. Got it? Get it? Good. Okay, here's something you're not going to read about in your photography magazines, and it's insanely logical, and it's very important, and if you don't pay attention, then there's something wrong with you. Okay, everything now is digital SLRs, and what does that mean? Yes, let's take a look at what happened before digital. Oh look, we got a shutter back there, and when that activates, shit falls through, and you get stuff back here, you dust it off, and everything falls through the shutter. Either falls out the front, or it'll fall on your reflex mirror, or it'll fall out the back and you can dust it off back here. Right? Great. Can't do that on a DSLR. That means if you're not treating your expensive DSLR, the Lightbox. What's the Lightbox? Okay, this open hole right here. If you're not treating that like an open wound in a surgical room, you're fucking up. Okay, you're fucking up. And after having thousands of lenses pass through my hands over the many years, I shit you not, there have probably been, out of those thousands of lenses, there have been only 2 or 3 rear caps that have been minty clean. And I think most of those were because they were new lenses. I've seen people use these as ashtrays. Once, actually, literally as an ashtray, and then they stuck it back on the back. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll just brush that shit. Ah, idiot! No. Okay? Why is this important? Okay? Unless you, A, know how to clean your digital SLR sensor, which, of course, is not that tough of a skill, or you like cleaning it often, which no manufacturer will recommend to you, none of them. Clean it as little as possible. Keep your shit clean. You treat the Lightbox of your digital SLR like it's an open surgical wound. That means cleaning the bayonet mount. And I just got this lens in today. It's not my lens. It belongs to the Crazy Viking up in Norway. And you can see here around the bayonet mount, a lot of them are a lot dirtier than this. You'll actually see schmutz, crap, filth. You see that dust right there? Yes, my lens will never look like that. I'm going to clean this lens here in about an hour. It's his lens. Hey, shout out. What's happening up in Norway? Anyway, I'm going to clean this lens here in an hour. Alright, but you see that shit right there? That's typical, and usually you see worse. And your lenses are just as bad. If you ever want an order from me to go fucking do something tonight, instead of scratching your ball sack and watching another rerun of NCIS on television, then whip out your fucking lenses and do this. Alright? And then, guess what? You're not going to get a bunch of shit on the back of your digital SLR sensor. Right? Because shit migrates from here to the back of the bayonet mount and then into your camera like an open wound in a surgical room. Alright? Clean the back of this, use rubbing alcohol, clean it out, dust it out first, and then clean it out with rubbing alcohol, make sure there's nothing in there. You know all that fucking weird shit that when you go to clean your SLR sensor, or you hit clean on your menu button on your SLR sensor, and it doesn't come off, you're like, I don't know, there's a clean button here in my sensor, it's the menu button, it says, clean sensor. It didn't clean it, there's still a big spot up here. Guess what that shit is? That's greasy or oily shit. It has gone from here to your bayonet mount and migrated its way into your camera. So, why do you think I'm recommending to you to clean? This isn't clean enough, okay? This is just a de-dust, a removal of dust, okay? Do that first. I'm going to actually clean this all the way here in a little bit. Take rubbing alcohol, get any excess out, and clean around the bayonet of your lens. You see all that crap around there? Usually you'll see black stuff on a used lens, and you look at yours, you'll see it. That's migrating its way into your camera. And then when you go to clean your sensor, you're going to go, geez, the spot's still there. I thought the sensor clean. No, it made its way in there. It creeped in. Need to treat your Lightbox like an open wound. If you don't, you're an idiot. Please, if you've ever taken a command from me tonight on doing something, doing it tonight, whip out all your lenses, clean all the rear caps out completely.
I never thought of that before. That makes sense. Shazam!
Yes, Gomer Pyle, it makes sense. Unless you like cleaning your image sensor, which you should not do. You're supposed to do it. You'll eventually have to do it. But, you know, it's like riding your car over potholes. You know, eventually you're going to have to change the tires on your car or get an alignment. But why do it, you know, infinitely sooner and more often than is necessary? Ugh! Clean your rear caps off. Clean them. Then, your lens, the back of your bayonet mount, will look probably worse than this. This one just came in from the mail. This one looks pretty good, but you can still see all that shit right there. Okay, take a towel, lightly get it with 70% rubbing alcohol, rub it around there, or use a Q-tip. Make sure it is not wet. You don't want wetness seeping anywhere in the lens, although back here, it will not hurt if you actually accidentally let some 70% alcohol seep in. You still don't want to do it, okay? Clean it off. Don't just clean it right there. Clean it right in there, under the 3 prongs of your bayonet mount, okay? Then, make sure your bayonet mount itself is also clean. But don't do it like this. Shit falls in, right? Do it like this. Look upside down, hold your camera down. Gravity, get it? Okay, makes sense. I understand, Jenny.
Run, Forrest, run!
Simple logic, folks. Simple logic. Like this, clean the bayonet mount of your camera. Need to do it. You gotta do it. You've gotta clean your rear caps. You see my lenses? See how crystal clean that is? Crystal clear that is? Nice and clean, right? You could eat off of it. You could lick it. You wondering why shit is my...
I don't know how that shit got into my sensor. I keep my rear element clean.
Well, you might do that, but guess what? It's getting in from here to here and then into your camera. Clean your rear caps. I have seen literally thousands of rear caps and thousands of lenses I've had passed through my hands. Less than a few that were actually clean. Urgh! Do it! Do it tonight. Grab all your lenses and clean the shit. And then clean the bayonet mount on the back of your lens. And then clean the bayonet mount on your camera. Upside down like this. So you don't want shit falling in. Oh! I get it, Jenny. That makes sense. Got it, Bubba?
Fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, fricassee shrimp.
Got it, Bubba? Good. Damn! How come you don't read about this shit in photography magazines? So important. You like keeping your image sensor clean? You don't like those little fucking spots on your camera?
There's a spot on every one of my shots, and there's another one over here. How?
That's why they're there, Bubba. Okay. That was my rant. Too much caffeine. Too much caffeine tonight. Alright, great. Got it? Get it? Good. If you like this, you can send me a buck or two, or you can tell me to go fuck myself. Whatever makes you happy. You don't have to do anything. I'm just trying to save you people time and money and give you some helpful little tricks. And this is a helpful one that you won't read about in any photography magazine.
Why? Why, damn it? Why?
Okay, that was my little rant. This little infomercial has been brought to you by the makers of Ovaltine. Thank you for watching.